Hi.
Ready when you are.
Nice one, good to see you again. A huge Derby Day win today. The first time actually with fans here against the win. Just how special was that win tonight?
It's of course special. I said before the game to the players, and I think I also said in my press conference, I can't remember, but maybe only in my own head, that this is for us definitely in the Premier League the biggest derby or London derby, because it's more special against Fulham. And I also think in the recent years there's been a lot of interesting games between the teams. So of course it meant something extra, especially for the fans.
Just want to talk about obviously Damsgaard. Obviously his only his second league start of the season, playing in number 8 role. How well do you feel like he performed tonight? As I felt like he was everywhere tonight. He was doing go everything tonight. How do you feel like he did tonight?
Yeah, I agree. I think I think he did well. I'm so pleased for him. It's a player that we are feel very privileged that we could make a deal with in the summer. The potential he showed in the Euros summer 21 was big. Everyone knows to be a top footballer you need to produce and perform every week. Then he was out for a year, more or less, and then we had to build him. And I think he definitely been impatient. I also been a little bit impatient. But he deserves a lot of credit for his attitude and approach to the hard work, especially the last 2 months, I would say. After the World Cup, he came back and he's taking a big step. The last 3-4 weeks, he trained so well with intensity, so well with sharp offensive actions, and you could see today. He was so sharp in there. He was like, I had to hold him back, and now we could play him. So yeah, pleased. It's the first step. There's still quite a bit to add and to produce every week, but I'm pleased.
Obviously unbeaten since October the 23rd now, 4 points off 5th place. So how far do you feel like your side has come now to the fans actually believing or dreaming that we could have European nights next season? Is that target for you now?
We dream. And of course, we are allowed to dream. I think it's very important to, aim as high as we can. That's been the aim from the start of the season. Then there's been ups and downs, and now of course it's looking good. But as a head coach, around the corner you see the next threat, and you are a little bit worried. Not tonight. I'll enjoy in 24 hours. Boom, and then we go again. But you always see that next threat around the corner. So we need to have a laser focus going into a game against Everton at Goodison, where they're fighting for their lives. That's going to be so difficult. So we need to do what we can to see if we can get 3 points on Saturday.
We'll let someone else have a go, Ahmed, alright? Go on. Yeah.
Carsten Schade from Germany, kicker. 2 questions, please. How would you assess Kevin Schade's development in this process of adapting to the new club, new style of play, the new league so far? And second, how satisfied are you with the performances of Janelt? And for both players, what is missing to get maybe starting lineup spot in the near future?
Very good question. Kevin Schade, if I start with him, very pleased that we were able to sign him. We think he's a very, very interesting talent. The offensive action he showed for the assist was, just that burst of pace, and the vision for the assist was top class. Those offensive actions, we've seen quite a few in trainings and in the in-house games we played, but we missed it a little bit. I know it's always difficult when you come on the pitch, but I think this is 4th, 5th or something like that, Premier League game or something like that. So now it came in the game. So we are gradually building him, and he's getting better and better. And I think he's not far off, hopefully, to start and play more games. He is very, very raw, but some quite unique abilities. So if we can sharpen them together, hopefully he can unfold his true potential. But so that was the first step. Vitali again came in with great character, pressing abilities, and calm on the ball. And I'm actually sorry that I can't or haven't given him enough minutes, because I think he's such an important player for us. And sometimes you're just in that role where you're fighting to get in and put your foot down and take the position. But he's a very important player for us.
Thomas, what would it mean to have European nights here next season? The last few years for this club, it seems like every season there's something new for the fans. There's another level to go to.
That question I would love to answer if it actually happens. We will do everything we can to end us high, and if that happens, then I would love to give you a good answer.
Thomas, just a quick word on Ivan. Obviously, it's a very uncertain time in his career. It's a very difficult time for him personally. How do you kind of put into words how he continues to put in performances like that with everything swirling around?
I think it tells a lot about his ability to have laser focus on training and games. And it's not a coincidence. Since I've known him, his ability to focus in games and training is quite unique. He's always aware of what's happening around him. He's never switching off. He's always focusing, okay, when the next cross coming in, or defensive corners, or sometimes he's all the way down to defend in our own box, and he's never switching off. And I think that's linked with if something going on outside the pitch. I think that focus. I think you can see that both on and off the pitch, and he clearly showed that.
Okay.
Can I ask you on the penalty decision, please?
Yeah, I think it's a penalty. I know it's not the biggest touch, but as far as I know, when there is a clear connection inside the penalty box, it's a penalty. Just like their free kick outside the box, I don't think there's also a free kick just outside the box.
Thomas, I just wanted to ask you, what did you actually say to Damsgaard when he came off the pitch? I saw you two kind of high-five, and it looked like you said something to him.
I just said I'm so happy because I was happy that he performed. I gave him the opportunity today because I think he shown that he was ready for it, and I was just hoping, please, play a good game. That will help in any ways, in many ways for him. Of course, also for the team, but for him in this situation. And he replied, "Thank you, but I'm only happy if we win." And then it was good we won.
You touched on it when he first signed about this converting him from a left winger to a central midfielder. So a performance like tonight, is that kind of like the first sign that yes, we can actually do this project?
Yeah, I agree, and I think it was without getting too carried away, because we all know the great footballers need to repeat the performance week after week after week. Then I think it was it was promising. Also, with in mind a local derby against a Fulham side that in general play with high intensity, that he coped with that, did his defensive duties because I play him because of his offensive qualities, and we saw them in quite a few moments.
And then lastly, I just wanted to ask about Keane Lewis-Potter, why he wasn't involved in the squad today.
Unfortunately, got an injury that we will know the full extent on tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
He got injured in training.
Yeah, got injury in the in-house game. So I would like to, of course, say what it's all about when I know exactly what it is.
I can ask you on Friday.
Yeah, no problem.